So which of the three Singapore local banks is a better buy right now, alright, as we kind of ride the recovery phase in 2021? Alright, is it like DBS, is it OCBC, or is it UOB? Well, it depends on which of them hit certain levels whereby the upside reward looks more favorable. So in this video, we're going to look at the three Singapore local banks, right? DBS, OCBC, and UOB to kind of like discuss in terms of the charts, how does it look for each of them, where are the kind of the good support levels where you can potentially start to time your entry again to kind of ride the recovery phase. Alright, hey guys, Joey here, top tier remisier in Phillip Securities, right? So in this video, we're going to look at the charts for each of them, DBS, OCBC, and UOB, to see where we are, and then where are the potential upside targets that we can potentially head to, right? So do stick around and watch this video all the way, because I think you're going to like what I got for you, and there could potentially be a bit more upside in some of them. And so far, I would say the recovery phase still looks quite good, and we might be in for a good ride in 2021 for the local banks. So this is OCBC here, currently trading at about $10.60. So I think a few weeks back I did a video on the bank as well, and for OCBC, I mentioned that there were already some signs of the uptrend just beginning to take place, right? Look at this right over here. So right now you can see that this red line, the 100 days moving average, has kind of like crossed back up above the blue line, which is the 200 days moving average. So there's definitely some signs of a good uptrend turning back again, right, with both the red and blue line pointing up, and more importantly, the red line crossing back above the blue line. So mid to long term, it looks quite good as well. I think I mentioned it in the previous video, right? And of course, I mentioned about this really critical resistance level, I think since November, when there were talks about investing, we broke that $9 and $9.50, and that was where the uptrend and the upside really started to happen. Okay, but what about now? Look at this, right? So right now, I would say that the support level would be at about the $10.50. Let me just go ahead to draw this support level right over here. $10.50 would be the support level that we've seen over the past 2 weeks. In fact, I think prices have kind of like rebounded from there. All right, over the past 2 weeks, kind of near that $10.55, and then buyers started to come back up, and then it pushes to about like $10.75, and then there was some profit taking, right? So anything above that $10.50 level, I think it could be a good opportunity, all right, to kind of get in again, kind of load up to ride the recovery phase, right? As long as we hold above that 10.50, right? And why is this 10.50 key? I think I mentioned in a previous video. Look at this, right? 10.50 was originally the support level, right? Even before the whole entire pandemic, right? When we kind of broke down the 10.50, that was where we kind of sold off really heavily all the way to about $8, right? So this support level is now back to becoming a support level again, right? Becoming a support level again, and I would say this is one of those really critical level. Anything above 10.50, in fact, the uptrend can slowly start to take shape. So let me just go ahead to draw some upside targets to somewhere around here. I would say probably around here. Let me just go ahead to draw another resistance line. This would be a bit of a resistance somewhere around that 1120. Look at this right over here, 1120, just in 2019. All right, even before the pandemic, we were kind of like seeing a bit of resistance at about 1120, $11. So we can potentially head towards that 11 to 1120, and that's where some profit taking might happen again, right? So this is OCBC. Definitely looks good, I think, for those who are looking to kind of get in again, who have taken profit and want to ride the recovery phase for 2021 in terms of the banks, the blue chips. This could be one of them as well. Anything above that 10.50 support level, I think, yeah, the uptrend can slowly continue. It might start to push higher, consolidate, and then push higher again. Right, so this is OCBC, currently trading at about $10.60. So guys, if you like this video, be sure to give me an early thumbs up. It will definitely help out the YouTube channel, right? And thank you so much for doing this. So let's go on to talk about DBS Bank, right? DBS Bank right over here, and currently trading at about $26.38. So you can see that for DBS, it looks a little bit different from OCBC. We kind of like hit a high over the past 2 weeks, and there was some good profit taking coming back, and prices kind of like push lower, right? So right now, resistance wise, is about $27.50. $27.50. That was the resistance we've seen since 2018. So we kind of like touched that level. It was a really bullish day, but sellers came back and pushed it back down, right, from $27.50 all the way to about $26.38. So for DBS, I think it will be a good entry level. Anything above that $26. That would be the immediate support level. Look at this right over here, $26. It was originally the resistance in November. All right, we kind of shot up in November. It consolidated from like November to December, and then we broke that $26 and went to like $27.50. So right now, potentially heading back to that $26. Right, it's $26.38. So it's like about a 30 cents range back down. I think that could be a good level to start loading up again. For those of you who have kind of got up and you know, took some profit, it could be a good level to kind of get in again near that 26 level. All right, and of course, if that 26 were to break down, we might also see prices heading back to that 25, which could be a good opportunity again to kind of get in again. But right now, I would say immediate support level is at 26, and you can see that the 20 days moving average, the green line, all right, is right over here. It kind of coincides with that $26 psychological support level. So yes, it could be a good opportunity to kind of get in again, right, to ride the rebound, to ride the recovery phase, right, back to that $27.50 first, right. So after $27.50, let me just go to see, we might potentially head towards the next resistance at about probably like $28.50, probably $29. That would be the next upside target. You can see somewhere around here in about 2019. Yeah, so that could potentially happen with us breaking that $27.50. But right now, 26 is the good immediate support level with a potential upside rebound to about $27.50. And in terms of the mid to longer term trend, I mentioned it in the previous video as well. Look at this right over here, the red line, right, somewhere since November, the red line has crossed back up above the blue line. So red above the blue, 100 days moving average above the 200 days moving average. So yeah, we're looking at a pretty good mid to longer term uptrend slowly starting to take shape. All right, so but it doesn't just go up every single month or every single week, right? It will like push up and consolidate, and that's where we can slowly start to push higher after some profit taking, after some healthy consolidation, right? So yeah, this is what's happening right now. We're seeing a pretty good move above that $22 with the moving averages all turning up. So that's a good sign that the uptrend might start to happen, right? So we are pretty much back to this level. Look at this right over here, somewhere in like 2016, right? You can see right over here when the red line crossed above the blue line, definitely is a good sign of the uptrend coming back. Same thing right over here when the blue line in about 2016, 2017, you can see this red line started to cross back up above the blue line. Both of them were pointing up. That's where the uptrend really started for like DBS from like $16 all the way to about $29 for like about a year and a half, right? So yeah, it could potentially be what is happening right now as we see, you know, the red line cross back up above the blue line, and of course with prices holding above each of those key support level each time we move up. Alright, so right now, this support would be that $26. Okay, so this is UOB Bank right here. I'm trading at about $23.90. So you can see for UOB, there was some profit taking, but you can see it's like holding really well. Alright, very near the resistance level at about that $24. It kind of like attempted to push above 24, but sellers came back and pushed it back down. We are still below that $24 and currently trading at $23.90. Right, but there are definitely some signs of a reversal. Same thing like the two other banks. No, there are some signs of a good uptrend starting to take shape again with the moving averages starting to point up. And in terms of the support level, you can see that for UOB is holding really quite well. It didn't really like retrace back down like, you know, DBS at $26, but for UOB you can see, you know, somewhere around that, you know, $23.50 to $23.20. All right, buyers are starting to come back to bargain hunt. All right, so just give it a bit more allowance, and this is where that 20 days moving average is as well. I would say that $23.30, right? $23.30 would be a good support. You can see this is where the 20 days moving average is, and we might actually consolidate in this range from $23.30 to that $24. So it's about a 70 cents range in this sense. So we start to head towards that level, all right, $23.30, 30 plus, $23.40. It could be a good opportunity to kind of get in again, to kind of ride the rebound and the recovery phase eventually, right? And look at this right here, the $23.20. This was originally the support as well, even before the pandemic. You can see support, we kind of broke down, and right now we are back to this $23.30 support level, right? So yes, I think it looks quite good. You know, it can be a good opportunity to kind of get in again as it consolidates here, but we want to see some really good bullish actions breaking that $24 before we see more upside. And where could the upside be after 24? We might potentially head to that $25. Look at this, the $25. It was originally the support right here, so we might potentially head back to that $25 level first, then maybe a bit of profit taking coming back. Right, so this is UOB currently trading at about 23.90. It still looks good above this immediate $23.30 support level. So yes guys, there we have it. We have covered the 3 Singapore local banks, right? OCBC, DBS and UOB. So I hope you have taken note some of the good key support levels that we have kind of like held above over the past 2 weeks. And even though there was some profit taking, but buyers still seems like they're holding quite well and even prepared to take the upside further and for the uptrend to continue even to the next phase. Right, so yes, the banks are all looking good. There are definitely some signs, as I mentioned, of the mid to longer term uptrend continue or kind of like firming up further, as long as some of those key support levels that I talked about are holding. Right, so yes, I hope you like this video. If you have not smashed the subscribe button, be sure to hit it, alright, so that you will be alerted to videos like this. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Joey here. I'll see you in the next video.